Hi everyone, it's Jen. Haven't vlogged in a while. I passed my 6-month post-op and I don't know, kind of put me in a little bit of a weird place, but I thought I would vlog because today is February 27th and that means tomorrow is the last day of February. This is not a leap year. And I got this package in the mail today, which is ironic because for the month of February, I've been walking as many steps as I can for the National Breast Cancer Foundation for their fundraiser to walk 300,000 steps in the month of February. I tried. I should say tried. I did walk more than like I usually ever walk. We got like 10 inches of snow yesterday here in New England, and put on the snow pants and put on my snow boots. And I even went for a walk in the snow, which I don't usually do. That's kind of a tough thing to do. And I realized how my joints and stuff are still, not still, but they're stiff. And I think I'm just in a place where I'm 6 months post-op. I know it takes time to heal. And there's still things that my body isn't what it was before. I mean, aside from my boobs or foobs. Yeah, my joints are stiffer. That could be because of the tamoxifen. Could be because of the Zometa. Who the heck knows? But the things that I usually would do that wouldn't be as big of a deal are more of a big deal now. And I know it just takes time and I have to be more patient. I'm huffing and puffing more, which could be because I had COVID back in March. Who knows? I don't know. I say back in March. It's crazy. It's February, so it's been almost a year. But thank the Lord that the pandemic seems to be easing up, at least here in America. And as of tomorrow, at least my town, well, not just my town, the state actually as a whole, kids will not need to wear masks to school as of tomorrow in Massachusetts, which is like a huge deal. It's been 2 years. It's crazy. Crazy. But what I want to focus on today is the National Breast Cancer Foundation, because I heard about them pretty early on. Don't remember who, but I went on their website and I saw about their Hope Kits. So I went on there and I'm like, I don't know what's in it, but I like getting mail and I could use some support, and I had no idea what, I didn't even know what I needed at all. So I filled out the form, and when I submitted it said that they had such a backlog of requests, which is partly because of the pandemic. There were a lot of people and a lot of people asking for the Hope Kits and not enough people assembling the Hope Kits, because typically they do it with volunteers that come in, but no one's coming in to do things during the pandemic, so things got slowed down so much that 6 months later I get the box. And it's interesting because a few of my friends, unfortunately, have asked me or told me that a friend or family member of theirs had recently been diagnosed with breast cancer and they want to do something. What's the best thing to get? And this Hope Kit, I mean, this is like perfect timing. This is why I've been walking the steps that I have. And I'm very thankful for those of you that have been donating for, I think donations can come in until March 6th. But I'm very grateful. I think I raised $735 so far for the National Breast Cancer Foundation. But getting a box in the mail just makes you happy, and I want to. It's so bizarre. I want to like real time show you like what's in here, and you can see like part of it I started already playing with, as to what's in these kits, so that you know like what's happening when you're donating your money. Like, this is what happens on the other end of things, that someone who's going through, you know, a new, I don't know what I'm getting all teary-eyed, going through understanding the diagnosis, which clearly even 6 months later is a lot. Because just getting this reminded me of like what it was like 6 months ago when I found out, or I guess it was 7 months ago that I found out about my cancer, and it's like, what do I do? I don't know. Anyway, so what's in the kit? So It's got a cute little, you know, like as soon as you open it, it's like, yay, Hope Kit. Of course, everything is pink, but I don't hate pink like I used to. So there's that. Oh, there were socks. I already put them in my drawer. There was a pair of white and pink tie-dyed socks, like gently tie-dyed socks, not like super bold or anything. I already put them in my drawer. They're ankle socks, so those would be super convenient. Also in there was this scarf, which is like super long. I did not need chemo. My cancer cells were estrogen and progesterone positive, HER2 negative, and my oncotype score was a 7. I have a lot of friends who are, sadly, I have a lot of friends who are going through this process, and they're like, oh, what's an oncotype? And the oncotype is a score that you get once your surgery is done, and they actually take your breast tissue and ship it off and come back with a number, and they just plug in all these things. You know, they look at your lymph nodes. Has it spread? Has it not? How big is the tumor? Is there more than one? Blah, blah, blah. Put all those things in some calculator, and then out pops an oncotype score. My score was 7, and 25 or higher means that you need chemo, and I didn't need chemo. So, which is obviously great. Having said that, there's something, so the scarf, I like this scarf because I still have, I'm going to post this on my vlog, but on my YouTube page, but I'm also going to post this on the National Breast Cancer Foundation fundraising site so they can like see what this actually is, all this stuff. But so I had a double mastectomy, just super quick. I was diagnosed in July 9th, 2021. My surgery was August 20th of 2021. I had a double mastectomy. I had invasive, this is a lot. I had invasive ductal carcinoma on my right breast, and actually 2 spots. My largest tumor here was, oh gosh, I can't remember now. It was about 3 centimeters. It was pretty big. And there was also calcifications near my nipple on my right side. I chose to have both breasts removed, which was good because when they removed the left breast and the pathology came back, it turned out that I had, it wasn't invasive, it was lobular carcinoma in situ on my left side. So I'm glad that I did have both of them removed because, well, yeah, that showed up. So that was in August, like I said, and I'm 6 months out. I am a righty. I've been in physical therapy since the end of October. I actually was in physical therapy right coming out of surgery, like 2 weeks later, and I was in too much pain and they had to stop it. So they stopped it just to get the pain under control. Pain started easing up, and then they brought me back to PT at the end of October, which helped a lot with, you know, the swelling and all the stuff that's primarily here. And then all of a sudden I just got to a point, my left arm was like, you know, can pretty much be back where it was. I still have some stretchy, pulley stuff going on, which I think just takes time, but I can pretty much use my left arm like I did before. It's just, you know, getting used to, can't see because I'm wearing black, but, you know, I lift my arm and it's like, this like foreign being goes with it. It's definitely a process to get used to the foobs. Oh, so yeah, so I had reconstruction, which you can't tell here too, but I did have reconstruction. My implants are 560 cc's on each, which is slightly smaller than what my cup size was before. And they were not able to save my nipples, and my scars go straight across. So that's me in a nutshell. Wow, that's a lot to cover so quickly. My right side, though, it turned out that like I got to a point where this one was moving great and I'm a righty, but then it's like this one, I'm like, it's not moving so great, and I'm not being dramatic. I literally just can't move it above this point. It feels like something's just like pulling it back down. So my physical therapist recommended I go see an orthopedic surgeon, and went to see him, did an MRI, and I have frozen shoulder. Adhesive capsulitis, if you want to be all fancy ass. which happens very commonly in women who have had mastectomies, especially if you've had lymph nodes removed. I had 2 removed. This is like my synopsis. I had 2 lymph nodes removed from my left side, and I had 6 removed from my right side, and still have a lot of numbness here underneath. I mean, my boobs are numb, which still annoys me, but whatever. So with the frozen shoulder, I am starting, well, I have recently started PT. I never really stopped, but it's like, it's different now because it's focused just on my shoulder and then manipulating it. And the orthopedic surgeon had recommended that I, not recommended, but he said he thought it might help me if I had an ultrasound guided steroid shot in my shoulder to loosen up the webs that were formed from the because of the frozen shoulder. So I had to get approval from 3 of my doctors to do that, and they all gave the thumbs up. So I have an appointment on Thursday to have that done. It'll be interesting to have like a needle come at me because like my boob starts here and my my shoulder's here, so that's very close and whatever. But I'm excited to get the shot just because it will ease up things, and then they'll be able to move my arm more and get it back moving. So like I can't, it's mostly this movement here. I'm much better than I was. Like I can take my arm and I can go out like this far, but like things like, you know, when you sit in your car and you go to put your purse next to you, that hurts. I can't like chuck something in the back seat of my car easily with my right arm, and it's still hard to type and to write with my right arm. I hope I didn't just mess up my eyebrow. That's one of the things that's in this kit. So let me switch gears to that. So I'm still like obviously healing with everything. It takes time, and the physical therapy is taking a lot longer than what I had thought, but I am making progress significantly. Which brings me to the scarf. So yeah, so my so my hair, I can't, one of the things is I can't easily, my left hand yes, my right hand no, put like my hair in a ponytail and stuff. Getting dressed and doing my hair is still a problem because of my right arm, and not being able to have the range of motion, the full range of motion. So the scarf is great because it covers up my flyaways. It's like badass because it's all leopardy, whatever. So this was in there. So I immediately just like put this on, and you can tell I put on lipstick. So also in the box was this box, Carmella. It's lipsticks. It's 3 different lipsticks. Again, I don't hate the ribbon anymore. There's also a bracelet, a rubber bracelet that came with it. And like, I don't want to, even though I'm doing these vlogs, I don't want to define myself that like, I'm just like the spokesperson now, that's all I talk about all the time. Because it's not all that I want to talk about all the time. I like to talk about different things instead. But the bracelet that was in there is black and has a pink ribbon on it, but it's small and discreet. And it says something like, hope is more powerful than fear. And that's really what I need to hear now. I think when you're first diagnosed and surgery's around the corner or whatever's coming up for you, your mind is just like spinning, like you don't know which way to even start. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And at this point where my head's screwed on a little bit better, you know, I'm back at work, I'm you know, getting back into a normal life, I guess. That hope and fear thing is important because, you know, when I'm 6 months out, I think I should be able to do all the things I did before. And it makes me almost jealous when I hear that there are other women that have gone through breast cancer that are back doing things like, you know, athletic things that they used to do. And I'm like, I wish I could do that, but I can't right now. And it makes me get so much more that like every woman's body is so different. You know, you could have 10 people in one room that are newly diagnosed with breast cancer, and their stories and their surgeries and their treatment plans are going to be completely different. As common, unfortunately, as it is, the stories are so different. Anywho, so when you open this up, it says, see the beauty in everything, begin with yourself. I love playing with makeup. What I love about these I put on the purple, clearly. It actually weirdly matches my nail polish. But the caps are magnetic. I have never seen this before. Like, if I go like that, like here, I'll just go. It's magnetic. Isn't that cool? So there's a purple one. And like, I like that it's black and pink. It's like badass and girly at the same time. And then there's this one, which is like uber pink. I may just wear this for shits and giggles sometimes. I don't know. And then there's like the everyday one, which is just like a pale pink. But it's cool because they're like magnetic. Whoa. But since we're, you know, I'm not, even though we can go without masks, I don't think I'm in a place to be unmasked just yet. So no one will really see my lipstick just yet. So that's what the vlogs are for. So this was in there too. There was a mask. Yes, it's COVID. I would put it on, but it'll mess up my lipstick. And actually, it's funny because the colors are similar. These are actually the color. That's weird. These are the colors that usually the Johnnies come in when you go get your mammograms and stuff. There's like maroon ones or there's purple ones, and you're like, which is the lucky one? You know, I've worn most of the colors because there's green ones, whatever, too, and it doesn't make a difference. So this is nice. Oops. This is nice, and it fits pretty well. And actually, it's dark on the inside, which is nice, because if you got it on your lipstick, it wouldn't smudge. What else is in here? Tea. Bags of tea. Tea is always nice for relaxing. And these are examples, too, of things like, you know, what can you get for someone? What are the things that you think you need? The lipsticks, they're just fun. You know, like, yes, your lips get really, really, really dry a lot. And it's the winter, and I'm in New England. But these are fun, and they're like, they're matte, they're very thick. There's a card someplace, but it's a very thick lipstick. So it's not like it would get absorbed. I've gone through a ridiculous amount of chapsticks and lip balms since surgery. I'm just in general, with winter too, it just is drier. There's a whole journal, you know, just blank pages, whatever. And there is a pink pen in here somewhere. Here it is. Pink pen to go with it. Very handy to have too, because like when you're in the hospital, but like when you're going to doctor's appointments, I use I'll still sometimes do, the voice memo option on my phone, to record what doctors are telling me, like when everything was going on in the beginning, because I would listen for like 5 minutes and then I'd be like, what? And I just tune out. So after the first appointment, I'm like, I asked the doctors if it's okay if I audio tape. No one's ever told me no. And that way I can refer back to it. And the ones I've kept are like my initial breast surgeon appointment, my original plastics appointment, and another one I can't remember. But I've only kept 3 of them. But I do take notes of things like short term, whatever. You can never have enough of these, especially for stuff like this, just to keep track of things. Even like for meds after surgery. My friend that stayed with me used a spreadsheet. But there's so much to keep track of. And if, you know, it's just a lot and you're medicated, so you're like, woo. So definitely very handy. Water bottle. It says, hi there, I'm leak-proof, I'm insulated, and I have a built-in straw. What does it say? I know, where have I been all your life? That's funny. So, 19-ounce water bottle. Again, dehydrating, you know. I don't know if it's just the meds or whatever, but having a fun water bottle. I mean, yeah, it's pink, but it's also peach. It's not just pink. You know, like I had my Zameda infusion in December, and you're laying there for an hour having this crap put inside your body that's there to help your body, but it's a lot to be sitting in that infusion center. So to be there with a fun water bottle that's new, like a gift, you know, does make a difference. I say you know a lot. Whatever. This talks about the Hope Kit. And this is nice. It comes with a note from someone, whoever put your kit together. This one says, "Dear sister," I love that it says sister. "We are sending you lots of love and encouragement. Know that you have our support and we are cheering you on from Carmelo Cosmetics of Detroit, Michigan, XO." That's so sweet. So yeah, so the cosmetics. I will get there. So 2 other things for cosmetics. One, there is a cream blush, pretty neutral color. You just like put it on, then rub it on the apples of your cheeks. But it's cream, so I don't know. You've probably noticed for the other vlogs that I've done that often, oh, there's a mirror in it too. Hey, what do you know? Huh, I didn't even notice that. There's a mirror in it too. Do you see yourself? There's my phone. That's cool. I didn't even notice that. But like to go and get powder and a brush and stuff, like it's just not going to last. You see me on vlogs where I look like I seriously could use some makeup, but a cream blush is easy because just, you know, stick it on your finger and then boop, and then boom, it's just done. And you have a little mirror to not look at yourself. This is awesome. So yes, I didn't need chemo. I'm also on well, I'll give you my list. I'm on tamoxifen, which I actually have to be taking pretty soon. I'm on tamoxifen. I've messed around with times of when to take it. It seems like it works best for me if I take it at night after dinner. I even tried pushing it like an hour after dinner. That way I have a full stomach and I take it before I go to sleep. And that way I don't have hot flashes overnight and I can get, I'm not getting great sleep, but I can get better sleep than what I was getting before. I don't really have a lot of hot flashes during the day anymore, and they're not flashes. I'll be hot for like 2 hours. I'll go into work and I've got to open up the window even though it's like 20 degrees outside. But I don't really have hot flashes overnight anymore. Notoriously, when I go to physical therapy in the morning, my appointments are usually around like 8 or so. They're like first thing in the morning. But I get there and I'm not doing hardcore exercises. We're talking like a pound, you know, weight in one hand doing bicep curls. Like my weights are not more than 5 pounds with whatever it is that I'm doing. But I'm like burning hot when I'm there. You'd think I was like bench pressing like 400 pounds, but I don't know. Anyway, so I'm on the tamoxifen. I am on Lupron. I'm doing Lupron injections every month. Because it's been 6 months, I have a follow-up with my gynecologist about the Lupron next month. Well, next month is really like in a week, in March. And I'm also on the Zameda infusion, which I started in December. The Zameda, there was a study in Austria that, because tamoxifen can cause osteoporosis and osteoarthritis. And there was a study in Austria years ago, like 10 years ago or something, that if you have a Zameda or several Zameda infusions while you're on tamoxifen, it can counteract the bone loss issues that the tamoxifen could cause. So I had the infusion in December. I'm supposed to have it every 6 months for 3 years. The tamoxifen I'm on for 5 years, and then they reassess and then potentially put me on for another 5. You have to see where I am with the whole like menopause process. Lupron has pushed me into menopause. I have not had a period since I started taking it. I was in the middle of a cycle when I started taking it, and then it stopped, and I haven't had one since, which is awesome. And throwing your body into menopause does some funky things to you. But I mentioned the medication because I don't know, the side effects for all 3 kind of blend together after a while, especially the Lupron and the, well, no, I shouldn't say that. They do kind of blend together after a while, so it's hard to know what's from what. But I have noticed that my hair in certain spots is thinning, and people that know me would laugh because my hair is like super, super thick, and it's really long right now. I haven't gotten a cut in a while. It's probably like halfway down my back when it's straight. When it's curly, I know it looks like it's only up to here, but when it's straight, it's like down to here. But my eyebrows, like I've never had to pencil in eyebrows before, so I'm not like super great at it. I have like a pencil and then I have like a brush and like then I end up looking like I don't know, like I'm trying too hard because my eyebrows look funny. And I do have I do have a stick where it's like a brown pencil on one side and the other side is almost like a little mascara brush, and you just like you pencil it and then you brush it up. But I find that when I do that, it's too brown, like it's too bold, and it just looks too different from how I normally look. So but if I don't do anything and noticing that and it could just be because I'm getting older, but that my eyebrows are thinning out. But this is awesome. So I already put some on, so I'm not going to put more on. It's from Thrive Cosmetics, C-A-U-S-E, which is cute. It says Audrey, semi-permanent brow gel, instant brow fix. Or maybe the color is called Audrey, which is interesting because like how would they know what color my eyebrows are? I wonder if they asked that. I don't remember. It's been so long. But I don't know if you can tell. Like, I have no other... I mean, I put that blush on and obviously had the lipstick. But with my eyebrows, like, it's just a very thin little mascara-y brush. You know, I just went like this. And I just, like, combed up. And then I just did, like, a line over. And for me, it's like it's just enough that it fills in any spots in here where it's thinning out. But it's not too much. It's not too bold. Like my lipstick is too bold, but my eyebrows I don't think look too bold. So I really, really like this. I feel like it's something that's subtle. You know, I guess throughout the day I'll have to see if it ends up like running or bleeding or something, but I was pleasantly surprised when I put this on and I looked like myself. Pretty much. Okay, so what else is in here? Lip oil. Hydrating lip oil. Like I said, lip balms. Like, I have lip balms all over the place. I've gone through so much since surgery. But a lip oil is interesting. Things that are petroleum-based seem to last better, but then like or last longer, but they make your lips like super shiny, and they also then like leave marks on your pillows and stuff. But still handy to have. So that's in there. And then vitamin C moisturizer. I haven't opened this yet. I wonder if it smells. Or it's probably sealed. Yeah, it's sealed. That's why I can't smell it. But moisturizing cream, absolutely. I would also suggest, like, I got a foot cream that's like this milk-based stuff, which is awesome. What does that say? Yeah, it's not in English. Oh, it's the name of the company. But yeah, just the dryness, you know, I mean, it's like I said, it's winter in New England, but aside from that, when you're going through all this stuff, like, you just feel better if you're hydrated and moisturized. And then this was funny. I'll probably give this to somebody else because I don't like them, but the idea is right. Things to suck on. You know, whether it's candy or gum or just something to suck on. Just, you know, again, the moisturizing, I guess, just keeps coming up as a theme. Yeah, so I it's kind of interesting that, like, I didn't have this stuff. I feel like there was something else that I'm missing that I already took out. But now I can't seem to... That might have been it. Still, it's a lot of stuff. And maybe it's just because so much time has passed. And it's interesting that, like, I was so desperate for whatever was in this kit. It's not always the same stuff, by the way. I've seen them send, like, in the pictures that were online, they also send, like, slippers or, like, grippy socks for when you're in the hospital or something. But yeah, I was so desperate for, like, okay, there's an organization that knows what I need. So yes, please send me your stuff because I know that that's what I'm going to need. You don't know all the stuff that you're going to need. And like I said, you know, people can put their 2 cents in about everything, but your journey with this is, like, so specific to you. Like, I think I'm a pretty strong person. I know I'm a very strong person. And it's been 6 months out, and I would think that I would be like back to my normal self again. But I think one of the biggest lessons that that I've learned, but I just have to remind myself to keep doing, is to honor my body and know that like my body's timetable is taking over my entire life right now. My body is telling me, slow it down, focus on me. That's it. That's it. That is, here's the cup. Here's how full it is. It is all led by my body right now. No matter what I'm doing, if I have a pain or something, it's like, boop, stop. My body's saying something, I have to listen. I don't blame myself for, just to rewind, like I was supposed to have gotten a, what do you call it? Sorry, it's late in the day. I'm like spazzing out. A baseline MRI of my breasts. I was supposed to have gotten one in 2019, and I'd pushed it off. For me, it was because I'm allergic to CAT scan dye, and you need to have like dye for the MRI, but the two dyes are not the same at all. And I've had several MRIs now with dye, and I've been fine. But that was why I put it off, because I had an anaphylactic reaction to CAT scan dye within the past few years. So when they mentioned dye, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, let me go look it up, do my homework, and make sure that this is okay. I, like many, many, many women, had dense breasts. I just said had in the past tense very easily. That was weird. Huh. I had dense breasts. I don't anymore. Now I have silicone breasts. So I'd get those letters in the mail that say, your mammogram is normal, but, you have dense breasts, so you might want to have an ultrasound or an MRI, just, as a heads up. I had ultrasounds before, maybe like 1 or 2, when they saw something, and it turned out it was just like a lymph node or something, and that was it. But yeah, I met with the breast center, someone at the breast center for like a consult in, I think, January of 2019, but then I never made the appointment, and then COVID happened, and like anything that was like optional just didn't get done, so I didn't have it done. And then when things started opening up again last year, I'm like, okay, all this stuff that I was supposed to have gotten done, let me go ahead and do that. And then like lo and behold, I find out that I have cancer, and I'm like, the fuck, like that's not supposed to happen, and it answered a lot of questions for me because of weird things, health things I had that were going on the year prior, or really, they think that my cancer had been growing for like a year and a half. I had a kidney stone, like where'd that come from? I still have, if you see it, I still have a chip in my tooth. I had 6 cavities, like a year ago. And I'm like, why the hell do I have 6 cavities? Like, I take really good care of my teeth. And then my teeth just started like, I had a chip here and then a chip next to it. She tried bonding it, but this is a cap, so you can't bond a cap. And like right now, I don't really care about fixing my tooth. I'll get it fixed, but like right now it's not on my priority list at all. Just a lot of really weird things happened. I got COVID in March, which I didn't understand because I was being so careful about like keeping my bubbles small. And I still have no clue where I picked it up from, unless it was the hallway of my apartment complex. I don't know. I would wear my mask everywhere. The second I walk outside my door, I put my mask on, even the hallway. And no idea where I got it from. But I think now my body was fighting this for all this time, and I just had no idea. And, the way it manifested itself is my kidney stone. My parathyroid hormone levels were like through the roof. And that caused my body to be flooded with calcium, and that led to my kidney stone. And it's like, well, why was my parathyroid hormone level so high? Because something's wrong. That's what the parathyroid hormone does. Or the parathyroid gland does. When something's wrong, it fires. And what was wrong? I had cancer. How the hell would I know that? No way to know. So yeah, so that's my story. The other thing I'm going to mention too, because like I said, somebody asked me, things to get, and I've gone through a billion different kinds, not literally, of pillow concoctions, to make myself comfortable while I'm sleeping. I'm actually wearing right now my surgical bra that they gave me from plastics. I have 3 of these. They're Velcro on top and they zip in the front. Whenever there's a snowstorm or if it rains a lot, my boobs hurt. My boobs hurt. And I think it's like anything else when you have an injury, things get swollen and it hurts. So we had 10 inches yesterday and I knew I had to go out there and scrape stuff. Not scrape it, it was powdery, but clear it off my car. And I needed like the extra support. This is like super adhesive, like stretchy, like spandexy. So, yeah, so I still wear this. And when I was outside getting the snow off the top of my car, I'm trying to do more normal things with both my arms to loosen up my frozen shoulder. And I reached up and over on the hood of my car, and I was glad I could reach it, but I reached a little bit too far, and I could feel like I don't even know what the hell it was, but I feel like something got pulled, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because like it hurt at the time a lot, like a burning. But it could just be that I just like ripped one of the webs that's not supposed to be there anyway. And by having that pulling thing happen could actually, I noticed like when I got back inside, I was actually able to move my arm a little bit more. And by the way, 6 months later, my right breast still has not dropped like my left one has. I think part of that's because of my shoulder. So just be patient. If you're going through this, just be patient. I'm not always, but I try. The last thing I want to show you is this pillow. It's ginormo. It is a body pillow, but it wraps around like the whole way. I got this on Amazon. I follow Jen Rosenbaum. I'm in the middle of reading her book. I follow her because her scars look like mine. And when I first had my surgery and I look online, I just see all these pictures of women and I'm like, that's not what my scars look like. Like, that's not what my surgery was like. I want to find somebody that looks like what I look like so I can like understand. Like her boobs look different from mine, but how her incisions were and things is very much like what mine look like. And she, I think on Instagram, because Facebook pulls a lot of pictures because they consider it pornographic. I don't know if that's a compliment or annoying. But if you go on her Instagram page, she has a lot of pictures where she's a boudoir photographer. But she's a lot of pictures where she's topless and you could see what her boobs have looked like over time in the years that she's had several reconstructions done, which many women have. But this body pillow thing, while it's large, the right side is just a regular pillow, and it's pretty mushy. And the left side has like these little zipper things because this is like flat, so you can unzip it if you want to. And this is on my left side. So I was a stomach sleeper. I can sleep on my left side now, and I basically tuck this underneath my left boob to give it some support. And then this keeps like the right side of my body still, so I don't accidentally like move in a weird way. I'm not sleeping well, but I'm sleeping better than I was. I can get like 3 or 4 hour blocks of sleep in, which unfortunately is just the reality of me getting used to my new body. It takes time. But yeah, that I got on Amazon, and the covering that's on top, the pillow covering, is this cooling material. I found it on Jen Rosenbaum's website. That's why I don't have a link to put up there for you, but I could. But if you go on Amazon, it's got like a cooling material. So when I was having my bad hot flashes at night before I switched my tamoxifen from morning till nighttime, the hot flashes weren't so bad with this because it's not like I'm waking up to like a wet pillow or something as I'm sweating through it. This is like, it's cold, or not cold, but like cool all the time. So even if I'm sweating, it doesn't get like, or maybe it doesn't get absorbed, whatever, but it's just much more comfortable with this kind of material. So yeah, I'll look for the link and I'll put it in on the YouTube page and with the video in the comments section. And there's other things that Jen Rosenbaum has on her website that has links of things that she used. I'm not endorsing any of those things. That's the only thing that I've gotten that I've liked. What I'm not enjoying, I've been reading this Art of Healing book that was recommended to me by when the Council on Aging gave me my little goodie bag. But I'm not enjoying this book at all. I'm really open-minded, but like, I don't know, it's talking about like animals, psychics, intuitives, interpreting drawings and things, and I'm like, I just don't have the energy for all this like frou-frou right now. I just don't. I'm whizzing through a lot. I just finished reading, like, you know, laugh at yourself in the mirror. You know what? Most days these days, I'm not really in a laughy kind of mood. I wish I was, but I'm just not. So the chapter I'm on right now is fake it till you make it. I can do that, you know. Words can kill or cure. Oh God, end of life transitions. No, nope. And spirituality. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I need positivity. I need positive people. I need positive things to read. So I don't feel at all like I need to read every page of this, because I'm like, nope, I'm good. No. I don't need that. Don't need that. I am practicing gratitude. I am meditating again in the morning, and that's been helping. And I'll keep up with my steps even after this National Breast Cancer Foundation fundraiser is over, because I need to keep my body moving. So all that talking made me thirsty, so I'm gonna go have some water and wind down and get ready for bed. I used to be a night owl. I don't know if it's the pandemic or all this other stuff, but I can't stay up late anymore at all. Like 9 o'clock, like I'm out. Although I tend to wake up at like 1 in the morning or something, then I'm like up for 2 hours. And again, that could just be the pushing into menopause thing. Who knows? I don't know. But I thought this was great timing that this Hope Kit came in the mail. And I will say that if you want to find out more about the Hope Kits, their website is NBCF.org, National Breast Cancer Foundation, NBCF.org. That's where you can go to learn about the Hope Kits. And they are on Instagram at NBCF or at National Breast Cancer Foundation. And they use the hashtag #IGiveHope. And yeah. So I'm happy that I've been walking to support them, because I know that the money will go towards other women, not only getting Hope Kits, there's other things too that they do, but you know, the Hope Kits do mean a lot. Little things do mean a lot. All right, so thanks for watching. If you want to know more of my story, you can go to Invasive Ductal Carcinoma What, which is my YouTube page about this whole journey. And at some point soon, I'll do like an overarching, you know, here's my story in a nutshell episode vlog, and go from there. So have a good day, everyone. Find gratitude in whatever it is that you're doing, and be kind. Bye.